Welcome back to King Fab and Off-Road, guys. Glad you could make it back to the channel. Today we've got a fun little episode, something I've already done on the channel, but my wife was nice enough to hook me up with a Viper machine gated shifter for Christmas. So I'm going to be sticking that in here. If you check out my channel or you've seen the other video, I put one in a Pro R and mine is a Turbo R. So they are technically different. Viper Machine sells those as XP shifters. It's the same stuff as these, supposedly. So we're gonna get that put together today. I'll do a step-by-step for anybody that has this machine. That way you know what it takes to put it in. So that's what we're gonna do today. Stay tuned and watch me get this put in, guys. Alright guys, got this unboxed. This design is a little bit different compared to the Pro R that you saw on my channel before. The shift pattern is actually different. I'm not sure why that is. The other one's on this side, but virtually the same thing. It's the shift knob that goes on top of this, and your shifter mechanism, which you reuse your bushings and all that. You'll see in a little bit. It's very straightforward, nothing crazy, but we will get it installed here and get going on it. First thing they want you to do is take out the front seats, get these stripped out of both sides apparently. The other one I didn't have to take everything out, but to get these out, what they're asking is for you to take the center console out. So get the seats out, and then there's some clips along the bottom, the sides, and the back here that you have to get out. We'll get going on that. Okay, a couple of snags that I have with the retractable Polaris seats. Unless I'm missing something, and I'm fairly mechanically inclined, and one of you guys are probably going to tell me there's a simple way, but I'm not willing to look around and find out. I don't know how to get these gosh dang seats out, because the retractors go through and around the bar here and run underneath the seat base, and if you follow that, it goes up to here. So the only way to do that would to be take the whole seat belt apart or take both of these off, but you have to take the seat base off in order to do that. So in other words, what I'm trying to say is I took the seats up and out of their platforms, and I'm going to scoot them off to the side. I'll let you know at a later date how to get those out, but I'm not worried about that right now. We're getting all the screws out of the side. We got to take the back center console out first. There's some push pins in it, and then some screws up here. We're going to get this out, then that out. Just as an update, guys, on the Turbo 4-seat anyways, or what it seems, don't get me wrong, I am not a professional razor taker or aparter, but I had to take the back enclosure off here behind the rear seats, which then I took all the bolts out of this bottom cover underneath the seats, so that way you could lift this up just enough to get the plastic piece of the center console in the rear off. So that way you can get the front center console up just a little bit because it's hooked in it, so you can get the side panels. It reminds me a lot of working on like a 6.7 Power Stroke. Whenever you got an oil pan leak in the front, you have to take the transmission and drive shafts and everything behind it out to do something in the front. It's weird. But anyways, that's where we're at. Just so you guys know, it's not just pull the center console out. They didn't make it easy. Everything snaps together and is layered like an onion. So on the flip side, I've got the driver's side out. There are push pins and bolts that run along the bottom, and there are lights in this model anyways in the floorboards. You take those out. Then I'm going to do the same on this side, get it apart, because this pin for your shifter has to push all the way out to the passenger side. So that's our next step. Okay, for those of you that are doing this, if this makes sense to you at all, let me get this over here on the table. I just got the old shifter out, and on the Turbo R it's actually different than the Pro R. And this is probably like the older ones, I'm not sure because this is my first one. But there is a pin on this side, which is the driver's side, and then this pin goes through the console bracket. This, if you see there, is actually, it's gnarled, so you actually have to press this pin out, and so you have to beat it out. Once you do, you take the pin out, you take these two bushings off. There's one here, there's one in the shifter here. Sorry about the bad video. Alright, so you got to take both of these out. This is now trash. I'm sorry, it's not trash. We need to put this bolt onto this shifter. But anyways, get this bolt off, put it over there. This guy's gonna go through there. The bushings, as you can see, they go in there nice like so, and reinstall. Okay guys, what I was talking about right here with this end of the shaft that goes through your shifter, this is all back installed, but there's little splines here that are supposed to go into this bracket, and in order for that to happen it kind of has to press in, and you can't really do that. I messed up and actually was hitting it with a hammer, you know me, right? And what it did was destroyed this bushing, and so I went and got a transmission line retainer clip and actually bent it a little bit and put it right here so the shifter can't walk sideways, and then the little ring that broke off from that bushing, because the inside of the bushing's still in there, I actually put around the end here so it can't walk sideways. A little innovation that I did just to make it tighter and better because I messed up. So be careful with those bushings, guys. But anyways, it's all back in there. I'm going to start the reassembly, and I'll show you guys getting the top plate put in and stuff. It's fairly straightforward, and what it looks like all put in there. So cool. Alright, fun part's done. We got the console put back in, the seats in the back. Next thing you got to do is get some Vaseline, lube up this rubber here so that way it'll go over this. Notice the difference in size. It's the only way you're going to do it, and not rip it to heck. But anyways, that's what we're going to do next. Get that lubed up, slid over that, and then these hook in these two fangs go right there. No pun intended with the Viper shifter. And then the one hole here has one bolt there, and it is kind of at an angle, so don't cross thread it. But we're going to get that slid over there next, and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, I don't know what I did, but I lost my Allen bolt that goes in the shifter knob. Luckily, a Duramax valve cover bolt works just the same. Went and got one of those, put a little bit of red Loctite. I wanted some blue, but I can't find that either. A little disorganized tonight. But anyways, we're going to put this on there, slide it over, put your bolt in, get it started, tighten it up. Good and tight. See how it shifts. Reverse, neutral, low, high, my neutral. Yeah. So appreciate you guys hanging in this long. If you guys were looking to put one of these in your rig, hopefully this helps you out. And maybe you saw my other video or not, but you know the difference between the Turbo R and the Pro R. They are a little different the way they come apart and everything. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching King Fab and Off-Road.